Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the session. To our pro learners, I've sent the invite. Please join. The topic for today is models.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Just give me a minute. So yes, model verbs is what we've discussed in the past as well. Can someone tell me what are model verbs?
May I, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, would, should, might.
What do model verbs help us determine? That's what my question is.
Okay.
Good
Sir,
afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Abhay.
Modal
Sir,
verb is
make
auxiliary
it
verb is modal verb.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. One person at a time, please. Yeah. Abhay, sorry, you were saying something.
Auxiliary verb is the modal verb, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Anyone else? While I add our other learners, anyone wants to highlight what is the usage of modal verbs? What do they tell us basically? They indicate what?
Sir,
Why do we call them modal verbs?
Sir, I don't know. I'm just give a try.
Yeah.
Probably they tell us about the possibility or ability of ones to do something.
Very good. Excellent. That's correct. That's
but sir,
more.
these are
Correct.
some particular model verbs, sir.
I mean, I'm asking what is the meaning of why do we use modal verbs? So I'm not asking about what are modal verbs, which I'm not asking about the examples. I'm asking about the usage. What do the modal verbs indicate is my question. Okay.
Ma'am, sir, modal verb indicate modality of the sentence.
Excellent. Very good. That is what exactly I was looking for. What do you mean by modality? What is the definition of modality?
Modality means ability, likelihood, permission, request,
Exactly.
capacity.
Exactly. Modality in Hindi basically means sadhan ya prakar, right? So prakar is what we are looking at. Basically means what? It's called model quality. A particular mode in which something exists or is experienced or expressed rather. Okay, something that is experienced or is expressed. So you, as you rightly mentioned, likelihood, ability, permission, request, capacity, suggestion, order, obligation, advice, these are the things that we refer to as modality here. So modal verbs indicate all of these. Okay, so modality is nothing but a model quality of something, for example. Okay, that's the definition of modality. Here we've discussed modal verbs in the past as well. Today's topic is about the passives and using the modal verbs in the passive sentences. Okay, so let's I think most of our learners have joined. Others, I have sent the invite. Please join. We'll wait for another minute and then start. Not a very long topic. So since we've discussed, just give me a minute, guys.
Sir, model verb express the mood and attitude of the speaker, sir.
Yes, that is correct. Along with the other things that were mentioned. Yes, that's correct. So yeah, this particular topic, since we've already discussed the modal verbs and you all know, you all have the explanation, and we've discussed most of the modal verbs in detail. I think all of those can, could, may, might, would, should, okay, ought. We've discussed all of these. So there's no explanation here on the topic. It's exercise-based topic, basically. You just need to pick the right answer and complete the sentence. Okay. Just give me a minute. All right. Okay. Swati, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Swati, go ahead. Read the first one. Read both the sentences, the one in Hindi and then translate it in English
Yes,
for the
sir.
benefit of our other learners.
Yes, sir. पत्र जितने जल्दी हो सके मेल कर दिए जाने चाहिए. Letter must be mailed as soon as possible. Must be mailed. Hi, yes, sir. Letters must be mailed as soon as possible. Sir, I told correct, but I picked
Choose.
wrong
Yeah.
one.
पत्र जितने जल्दी हो सके मेल कर देने चाहिए. Letters must be mailed as soon as possible. Okay. Yeah, must is the modal verb here. Must be. Okay. All right. Thank you. Just give me a minute, guys. Some of our learners are still joining. A minute. So yeah, apart from the ones that I mentioned, must, shall, will, okay, should, would, could, can, these are all modal verbs. You will come across some of these during the topic, okay. Abhay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Abhay, just a minute. I will move to the next slide. I'm still adding some of our learners. Go ahead, Abhay.
अब कुछ नहीं किया जा सकता. Sir, nothing can be done now. Second one.
Nothing can be done now. Okay, yeah, correct. अब कुछ नहीं हो किया जा सकता. Nothing can be done now. Okay. Thank you. Z, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Read the third one.
Letters have to be written by hand.
Letter. Read it again.
Letters.
Yeah.
Sir. Letters.
Have to.
Letters have to be written by hand.
Good. Correct. Thank you. Let's
Sir,
continue.
in modals, third form is used.
Here we are looking at the passive sentences. That's why.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Next minute. Kavya, go ahead. Read the next one. I'm sorry. I'm unable to hear you, Kavya.
The letters have to be written by hand.
Same thing. Have to be written by
First
hand.
one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mistakenly selected the second one. Yeah, it's the first one. Letters have to be written by hand. Yeah, not has, of course. Thank you. Rahul, can you hear me?
Yeah, sir.
Go ahead. Read the next one.
मीटिंग आयोजित नहीं हो सकी. Meeting couldn't be held.
Meeting couldn't be held. Absolutely. Meeting couldn't be held. Okay. See, the fourth one wouldn't be held. Yeah. Although it must sound correct, but here nahi ho saki. Couldn't be held is obviously correct. Matlab, something that was arranged earlier you were not able to fulfill it, the or meet the requirement, basically. So the meeting couldn't be held. Correct. Thank you. Meera, go ahead. Read the next one.
Yes, sir. Pancakes on stove can be made. Fourth, sir. Pancakes can be made on stove.
On stove. Yes, that's correct. Stuff is how you, yeah. Pancakes can be made on stove. That's correct. Good. Thank you. Let's
Thank you.
continue. Just please go ahead. Read the next one.
Yes, bikes can be ridden. Bikes can be ridden on this road.
Absolutely. Yeah. Bikes can be ridden on this road. Correct. Thank you. Hajra, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
People must have wa- must be oh, sorry. People wrong answer.
No, that's okay. No problem. Read the sentence.
People must be warned about the danger.
Absolutely. People must be warned about the danger. This kind of sentence when you're obviously the speaker is intending to, educate people about whatever danger that he or she is referring to. So किसी को चेतावनी देना basically must be warned about the danger. Okay. आगाह
Sir,
करना किसी को. Yeah.
may I ask one question?
Yeah.
Sir, what will be the active voice of this sentence?
Here there cannot be any active voice.
Okay.
So there are certain sentences where we can use it only in the passive. Here, transitive verb. There's no transitive verb here. So here, this is how the sentence needs to be made. Yeah, people must be warned about the danger. It sounds a little odd if you say the danger is what the people must be warned about. It doesn't make sense. So that's why this kind of sentence will stay in the passive.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Shubha, go ahead. Read the next one. Shubha, you're on mute. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Fourth one is the correct one, sir.
Read the sentence.
Her work should be done by tomorrow.
Absolutely. Her work should be done by tomorrow. The speaker is predicting the, like likelihood, basically. This falls in the category of likelihood that in all likelihood, her work will be done by tomorrow. Okay. Good. Thank you. Lipun, can you hear me? Lipun, can you hear me? Okay. Balaji, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Read the next one.
Her work should be done
No,
by tomorrow.
Balaji, we are on page 10. Next page. The next one.
Page 10.
Yeah.
Room should be cleaned once a day.
The room should be cleaned once a day. Yeah, absolutely. Should be cleaned.
Once a day.
Yeah.
Should be cleaned once a day.
Good. Lipun, can you hear me now? Lipun, you are not on mute, but I'm unable to hear you. आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही. Just check your mic. Just check the volume. I think you're trying to say something, but I'm unable to hear you. If there is any issue, just try and disconnect and reconnect. I'll add you. Okay. All right. Swati, go ahead. Read the next one.
Yes, sir. It can be done before morning.
It can be done before morning. Yeah, can be done before morning. Correct. Yeah. So here, most of the modal verbs we've come across: can, could, may, might, must. Okay. All right. Abhay, go ahead. Read the next one.
Sir,
Yep.
sir, what is the meaning of this sentence, sir?
सुबह में हो सकता है जो भी काम that the speaker is referring to. It can be done in the morning, before morning.
Okay.
Whatever work the speaker is referring to.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. Abhay, go ahead. Read the next one. Page 12 is what we are on. Can you hear me, Abhay?
Yes, sir. Safety precautions can be done, must be done, must be demonstrated.
Safety precautions must be demonstrated. Yes, that's correct. Okay. Yeah. Safety precautions must be demonstrated. Okay. Thank you. Z, go ahead. Read the next one.
ओके सर। पुलिस द्वारा चालक को रोका जा सकता है। The driver could be stopped by the police.
Very good. The driver could be possibility.
Stopped.
Yeah, possibility is what the sentence indicates. The driver could be stopped by the police. Okay. Yeah. See, when you say the driver will be stopped by the police, this becomes a surety, right? That there is a certain degree of assurance that, confidence that the speaker is talking with. However, here in this sentence, clearly, the speaker is referring to what?
The driver, sir.
Possibility.
Possibility. Yeah, possibility. The modality that I was referring to here is basically possibility. So could be. The possible hai. You cannot say will be. Will be means you are sure about it, that this is something that will happen. I will go to the market today, like for example, or I could go to the market today. Huge difference between the two sentences. I will go to the market today means you are sure. You made up your mind that you will go to the market. However, you made your mind up that you will go to the market. However, the second one, I could go to the market today, is when you're talking about there's a possibility, a likelihood that I might go. So that's the difference. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Kavya, go ahead. Read the next one. सुरक्षा के निर्देश पढ़े जाने चाहिए. Talking about safety instructions. Yes, Kavya, go ahead. Yes, sound in the background. Rahul, can you hear me?
Safety instructions should be read.
Absolutely. Safety instructions should be read. Correct. Thank you. Okay. Lipun, can you hear me now? I think you try to disconnect and reconnect. Can you hear me? Okay. Dipali, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Read the next slide.
आपके द्वारा सीट बेल्ट बांधी जानी चाहिए. The seat belt must be fastened by you.
Fastened. Yes, that's correct. Okay. Why don't we use the word tied up by you? What is the difference between using fastened and tied? Can anyone tell me?
Fasten means to lock something.
Excellent. Very good. To secure something. That's correct. To buckle or seal something. That's correct. That's called fastened. And what is the meaning of tie?
Tight, sir.
Tie. T-I-E.
Tight is making a knot.
See, tie is also, the definition of the word tie is basically also to attach or fasten something with a string or a similar cord. But what the difference is, basically you're making a knot. Very good. That's the difference. So fasten is when we talk about securing something, when we talk about locking something. But locking does not mean tying something, right? Tying is a little different. So that's why for things like this, the seat belt, or in the aircraft as well, fasten your seat belt, or car, etc. We use fasten. Okay, correct. Very good. That's the correct differentiation between the two words. The seat belt must be fastened by you. Okay.
T is silent over here.
Pardon me?
Sir, T is silent in that fastened, or it
Yes,
is
that's correct.
fastened.
That is correct. You're right. Fastened by you. Yeah, I think both the pronunciations are correct. I will tell you, because I think both the pronunciations similar. Give me a minute. Fastened should be the correct pronunciation. I'll still confirm. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. My system is stuck on a different page. You guys are on page. What page are we on?
15, sir.
Can someone tell me? Okay, 15. Okay. Okay, let me see if I am able to first move.
Yes, sir. It is done.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead, Meera, answer the next one.
Yeah,
Sir,
हर
it should be explained by everyone. Explain by everyone, sir.
Process. यह हर किसी के
किसी के
द्वारा.
द्वारा समझाना चाहिए. It should be explained by everyone.
That's correct. It should be explained by everyone. That's correct. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So the word that you were asking about, fasten, is the correct pronunciation. Yes, you're right. The T is silent. So fasten. Yes, that's correct.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Seat belt must be fastened. That's what it was. It should
Sir,
be. Yeah.
Sir, when we will say fasten the belt like this.
Fasten the seat belt. That's correct.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Shalini, go ahead. Read the next one. Yeah, we are on page 17. Shalini, can you hear me? Shalini, you're on mute. Okay, आवाज नहीं आ रही. I think I can hear you now. Go ahead. Read the sentence in Hindi first.
मेरे द्वारा सवाल का जवाब दिया जा सकता है. Answer should be.
मेरे द्वारा सवाल का जवाब दिया जा सकता है. Okay, so I is the word that you need to focus on here.
I answered.
Use the modal verb. Where's your modal verb? I could.
I could answer.
The question. Start with the question. The question could be.
The question could be answered by me.
By me. Yes, that's correct. The question could be answered. This is the correct one. Okay. The question could be answered by me. So yes, in Hindi, the sentence will, starts with mere dwara, but here obviously we're looking at the passive. So the question could be answered. What will be the active of this?
Yes, sir.
This is the form in passive voice. What will be the active? Iska active sentence kya hoga?
I answered the
I
question. I could answer the question.
Excellent. Very good. I could answer the question. That's correct. Yes, that's correct. Okay. All right.
Sir, hello,
Yes.
sir.
Yep.
The question could be answered by me.
Yes, Abhay. What is your question? That's correct. Yeah, that is the correct sentence.
Sir, not showing correct, sir.
आपने कहीं spelling check कीजिए या check your spaces. because the answers are auto keyed in, even if there is one, if there is a space error, then it will not take the answer. Check कीजिए आपने कहीं तो spelling गलत लिखा होगा.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, that's why. So the spelling
Yes, sir.
and the spaces, even the full stops, because the answer is auto keyed in. So that's why. Okay. All right.
Sir,
Sir, the
sir,
question can be answered by me is also right.
that's what I
नहीं,
wanted
जा
to ask.
सकता है लिखा है. Yeah, could and can both are appropriate. I understand why you also can be answered. Yeah, it's fine. You can say that in this in both the sentences mean the same. So yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Can be answered by me, could be answered by me. But here we are talking, more about possibility here. So can is a little less possible probably. I can answer the question means you're talking about your ability. Here the question not about ability. Here the question is about possibility. The question could be answered by me. So that is the difference. Get it?
But sir, like in active voice, if I say in Hindi, मैं सवाल का जवाब दे सकता हूँ.
Yeah.
So can will be more appropriate
So
rather than could.
we don't look at the translation. The Hindi and English is given just for reference. But you will always find that there is some different, so the literal translation does not work always. We try and understand the meaning as far as possible, from one
Yes.
language and then try and translate it. But
Yes.
sometimes there will be, a thing where there are a lot of instances where the sentence in English changes. However, the sentence in Hindi stays the same, because both the languages have different meanings, have different text, etc. Has a different grammatical text, context itself. So that's why. So you can make the sentence in whatever way you want. What I mean to say is that the question can be answered by me is a little more stronger, right? So you're a little more surety. Here, it's not about your ability. Here it is about the possibility. Could be answered by me. मतलब मुमकिन है कि मैं ये सवाल का जवाब दे सकता हूँ. That's why. It's not about whether you can or no. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's the slight difference. That's how we understand the modal verbs. When we look at the subtle differences, small differences, and the small differences always convey, a different meaning basically, right? So it's a slight change, although both are similar, but that's what it is. Okay, but in Hindi, yes, I understand why the confusion, because in Hindi the sentence more or less stays the same. That's why. Just go ahead, read the next one.
Yes, sir. But sir, now it does not change.
हमारे द्वारा ताश खेली जा सकती है. Yeah. Cards.
Yes, sir. Cards could be played by us.
Let's see if that's correct. Could be played by us. Absolutely. Very good. Cards, bridge, whatever you want to call it. If there's a name, then you can use bridge. Otherwise, cards is fine. Okay. Good. Cards could be played by us. Good. Very good. Well done. So I will give you all a small exercise. Okay. I want you all to make sentences. Okay. Everyone, basically. Guys, please be on mute. There's some sound in the background. Guys, yeah, please be on mute. Thank you. Yeah, so small exercise. I want you all to make some sentences using these modal verbs that I'm giving you all. Okay. One is could, one is can, may, might, would, okay, will, must. Okay. Yeah, these are fine. So can, could, may, might, would, will, must, okay, and ought, O-U-G-H-T, okay. So can, could, may, might, would, will, must, ought, okay. These are the words. I want you all to make different types of sentences. When I say different types of sentences, what I mean is in terms of modality, basically. Think about ability, likelihood, permission, okay. You all can include some questions as well in your sentences. Request, capacity, suggestion, okay, order, obligation, advice. So this is what I mean when I say I want you all to make different sentences, meaning covering different modalities, basically. That is likelihood, ability, permission, request, capacity, etc. Whatever I mentioned, okay. So try and make some sentences. Yes.
Sir, we have to make in passive voice, sir.
The choice is yours. You can use anything. That's fine. That's
Okay,
fine.
sir.
I'll leave it up to you. If you can use some passive sentences, that's good. since that's the topic that we've done. Otherwise, you're free to choose whatever you want to. Okay, I leave it up to you, right? So likelihood, ability, permission, request, capacity, suggestion, order, obligation, advice. Okay, please make some sentences. I will, once you all are done with all, you can tell me. I will take the sentences individually. Okay, take 2 to 3 minutes. It's fine. Ensure that you make a grammatically correct sentence.
Sorry, I didn't get you, sir. Could you repeat for me, please?
I've given you all a small exercise. I want you all to make some sentences using the modal verbs that I've given. Can, could, may, might, would, will, must, and ought. In modal verbs को use करके अलग-अलग sentences बनाइए covering all the different modalities. Okay, I'll type the modal verbs here. Okay. You can include shall and should as well if you want. Shall and should as well. Okay. Just ensure your sentences are grammatically correct. That's what I look at. Okay. I will not be able to take every sentence, all the ones from everyone, each one of you, but I'll take 2 or 3 from everyone. Okay. So that we can allow maximum number of learners to give their answers. The others, you can just use it like a self-learning exercise. Okay. Anyone who's done, okay, I'll ask this way. Anyone who's done the first 3, can, could, and may, can tell me whenever you're ready with your sentence.
May I, sir?
Yeah, go ahead. Dipali. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Could, sir, that toy could be a bomb.
That toy could be a bomb. Okay, good.
We ought to follow the traffic rules.
We ought to follow the traffic rules. Correct. Thank you.
It might rain today.
It might rain today. Okay, fair enough.
The meeting may start after an hour.
Good.
I can write with both the hands.
I can write with both hands. Yes, absolutely correct. Good.
I can write with both hands. No, so the
Yeah.
will not come.
They are not needed. Yeah.
Yeah. And sir, what else?
Shall and should.
Okay.
May I, sir?
Give me a minute. Let her complete.
Okay, sir.
I shall go to Bombay by next week.
Shall go to Bombay by next week. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
And sir, one is will.
Yeah, will and would.
They will come. They will come tomorrow.
They will come tomorrow. And one with would.
I would like to stay your home if you don't mind.
Repeat the sentence.
I would like to stay at your home if you don't mind.
Very good. Right. Correct. I didn't hear you clearly. Correct. Thank you. Yes, Meera, go ahead. Well done. Good sentences. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. You were saying something.
Sir, I can play guitar.
Okay.
Don't stand on the chair. It could break.
Okay.
Can
Good.
and could.
Good. It could
And-
break. Yeah, that's correct. Possibility. Okay.
Yes, sir. And might, sir, we are not sure. We might go for an evening show.
Yeah, that's fine. We aren't sure, but we are not sure. However, we might go for the evening show. Good. Correct. Thank you. Anyone else?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, the first is can. Can you pass me water bottle?
No. Can you?
Can you pass me the water bottle?
The water bottle. Yeah, that's correct. Good. Thank you.
Then could go to my native place once the pandemic gets over?
See, here can is a little more appropriate, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah. See, could is not incorrect. I'm just saying that, in terms of this sentence, I can means you're talking about something that you're pretty much sure about, provided one condition is met. So can is a little better, according to me, in this sentence. I can.
Okay. I shall take lecture tomorrow.
I shall take lectures tomorrow. Fair enough.
Would you like to have tea?
Yeah. Would you like to have tea? Yeah.
You ought to help the poor people.
Yeah, correct. I was just thinking about your sentence. You said I can, I could go to my native place once the pandemic is over. See, that sentence is correct in terms of what? In terms of
Possibility.
yeah, possibility, likelihood. So you as a speaker are not sure. You
Yes,
are just
sir.
stating I could go. मतलब ये मुमकिन है कि मैं जाऊंगी या जाऊंगा, right? So
Yes,
once
yes,
the
sir.
yeah, but if you are a little more sure, then I can. So that means that one condition is met, then you can do something else. Okay. Yeah, correct. Thank you.
Sir, I
Would
just
yeah.
want to confirm it that the second half of the sentence is grammatically correct, like once pandemic gets over or once pandemic will get over.
Once the pandemic gets over, your article needs to be used here. It's a definite thing, right? The definite pandemic. So once the pandemic, or the better way of making the sentences, I can go to my native place once the pandemic is over.
Is over. Okay.
Yeah, is over. Because that is the condition that you need to meet in order to do whatever you want to. So once the pandemic is over, I can go to my native place. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. Anyone else?
Sir, may I make one should note too?
Yeah, go ahead.
You should not raise your voice.
Raise.
Raise. Oh, yes, sir. Raise. And how much money ought I to carry with you?
Can you repeat the sentence? I didn't hear you clearly. How much
Money
yeah, give me a minute.
ought I to carry with me? मतलब कित ले जा सकती हूँ, मतलब कितनी पैसे, money.
Yeah, this sentence is not, the sentence is fine. There's nothing wrong with the sentence. But here the better thing, rather than not, you can use should. How much money should I carry with me? But it's fine. You can use ought. It's correct. Grammatically correct sentence. Good sentence, in fact. Yeah. How much money ought I carry with me? It's correct. It's a question, basically. You are asking someone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I would like a glass of water, sir, on wood, sir.
Yeah, I would like a glass of water. Correct. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Good.
sir.
Can I say?
Yes, go ahead.
He maybe go there.
You
He
cannot
must.
use maybe in that case, in this sense. He might go there or he may go there. So be is not needed.
Yeah.
He may
sure.
go there. Yeah, he may go there. Okay.
He may go there. He must come tomorrow.
He must
You
come.
shall.
Yeah.
You shall visit the temple once. You should be.
No, sorry.
You should-
Repeat the sentence with shall.
You shall visit the temple once.
What is temple? Temple. Okay. Temple is how
once.
you should
Yeah.
visit the temple once. Okay, fair enough.
People ought to follow the railway instruction.
You see, the sentence that you made with the temple, you must pay a visit. Generally when we talk about places of worship, the better phrase to use is pay visit to someone. When we talk about elderly, paying visit to someone. So visiting is not incorrect. I'm just saying that generally when we talk about something in terms of temple, in terms of visiting someone elderly or, someone, pay respect to. So you can also use that, just a different sentence. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
People ought to follow railway instruction.
Yeah. Okay. People ought to follow the instructions.
Could you give me a glass of water?
Yeah. Correct.
Would you like to drink coffee?
Would you like to drink coffee? Correct. Thank you. Correct. Good sentences. Thank you. Anyone else?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I might change my job by the next year.
Might change my job by the next year. Okay.
Sir, यहाँ पे हम could भी use कर सकते हैं instead of might.
Yeah, that's correct. I could. Could is better. Yeah.
Okay. Then you may go home once the class is over.
Okay. Yeah. Correct.
Makes sense.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Balaji, go ahead.
The job should be done by tomorrow.
Okay. Good.
The system work could be done by me.
Okay.
And then he may come tomorrow.
He may come tomorrow. Okay. Fair enough.
And then can you do it all alone?
Okay.
And then I would prefer tea.
Yeah. Correct.
Would you be able to do it?
Okay.
And then he must have reached there by this time.
Correct. Yeah.
They will go to school tomorrow.
Okay. Fair enough. Good. Very good. Thank you. Well done. Thank you. Shalini, go ahead.
May I, sir?
Yeah.
I could not come yesterday.
Okay.
You can go now.
Okay.
और sir shall से है. You shall be rewarded.
You shall be rewarded.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Shall. Sure sound. Okay. You shall be rewarded.
You shall be rewarded.
Correct. That's correct pronunciation. Yes. Anyone else? Has anyone else made sentences? If not, it's okay. You can do it as self-learning exercise. If you're out at the moment, if you're busy doing something else, it's okay. You can do it as a self-learning exercise. This is just for our understanding of different modal verbs. Okay. Yeah. So please do practice modal verbs in your free time. Okay. And the important thing is here, the thing is that when we use modal verbs, you look at what is the modality that you're referring to. Matlab, if there is a particular sentence that reflects likelihood, possibility, okay, permission, ability, then accordingly you can choose the modal verbs. Okay, so it's basically, as someone mentioned earlier, auxiliary that expresses all of these. Okay, so when, as I've mentioned earlier as well, that there can be a possibility that there is more than one modal verb which is appropriate in a given sentence. मतलब एक से ज़्यादा modal verb भी एक sentence के लिए सही हो सकता है. There's nothing wrong with that. And a lot of times the meaning may stay the same. However, you determine whatever is the closest, to the meaning that you're trying to convey, and accordingly use the modal verb. Okay, so like the examples that we discussed with can and could, so can is a little more towards ability. Okay, I can do something, and I could do something, and a little more towards possibility. So that's how you make the distinction between the two. So just use the correct modal verb in terms of whatever you're trying to say. Whatever modal verbs conveys the best possible meaning is what I mean. Okay. All right. Yeah. So that's about it, guys. We have another session at. Let me see if there is what topic is it, and then it is, and then if anything, I will ask if there's anything needed. I can tell you how to prepare. A minute. Yeah, again, we have passive voice versus active voice, which is very good. So we'll do passive and active voice in the next class. Please do practice, and we'll discuss the active versus passive. We've probably done the topic earlier, but this would be some other exercises. It'll be a revision for the ones who were a part of the session and something new for others. So please do practice a bit of passive and active voice so that it's easier when we discuss it. Okay. All right. Give me a minute. Yeah, anyone has any question about any of the modal verbs that we discussed?
No, sir, I don't have any question, but
yeah.
Actually, I have one. It's not a suggestion, sir. Just
go ahead.
In my opinion.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why not you start, sir, a speaking class?
No, I understand that. Speaking class is something that a lot of learners have told me. However, I prefer it to do with the topic, and sometimes we do have a general discussion, like, so like some of the new learners, I generally ask them to introduce themselves. Then sometimes we have a topic that we have a debate on, like we had the other day. There were it was probably last week. So yeah, from time to time do have a general free speaking class as well. But I do not prepare a topic myself and do it like some of our other educators do that. I know that. I prefer it to do with the topic and discuss something that is related to the topic. And sometimes, yes, when the topic is not a very long one, we do have a free speaking class, or I give you all words, adjectives, etc., to make sentences, find the meaning, etc. So yeah, I try to keep it flexible that way. So it's a little different from the, the other class, but yeah. So I try and keep it along with the topic, try and keep it as flexible as possible. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for your suggestion. But we do that sometimes. You might have not been a part of the session. So maybe next time when we do a debate or that kind of a topic, hopefully you can be a part of it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. I think we did a topic the other day, which was about the pros and cons of, the good things and bad things about internet and social media. I think is the topic that we had a debate on the other day, which was very good. There were some excellent points shared by our learners. So there were two groups I divided you all into. One is speaking, on the positives, and the other speaking on the negatives. So that's how, so whenever there is a relevant topic, I will definitely do that.
No, sir. Sir, actually, I was talking about speaking because it is not only improve our English, it also improve our communication skill as well.
Yeah, exactly. So that debate is about that. Yeah. So that debate is related to that. Yeah. I'm sorry, you were saying something. आपकी आवाज कट रही है. Yeah, exactly. So the debate was basically about that, and free speaking meaning, a particular topic, and then you also speak about it. I get it. So we do that
way we can also, while we are speaking, we made a lot of mistake, grammatical mistake.
Agreed.
So
absolutely,
we can improve ourselves while we are speaking.
Absolutely. So whenever we do that next time, hopefully you can be a part of it. So yeah, I do that from time to time. Just depends on the time that we have after completing the topic. Basically, sometimes the topics, end up taking about 50-55 minutes. Then you don't have enough time to allow everyone to speak, right? So if the topic is done early, then yeah, we do that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Have a great afternoon. I'll see you guys at 4 p.m. Okay, thank you. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you. Please do practice the passive and active voice. If you're joining the next class, it'll be easier